I just arrived at Atomicon for day 2. Lucy, how excited are you?
Super excited. Super. It's my second Atomicon. I have a little idea what to expect, and it's going to be massive.
Awesome. So we're about to go into the opening ceremony now. See you on the other side. Here's a little pro tip. Always sit as close to the front as possible. There's always those two people who need to squeeze past everyone. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Alright guys, I've just tried to find a little quiet spot here to record some thoughts after the first set of speakers. So firstly, before anyone else came on to introduce the day or to say hello, this guy jumped on stage with this kind of amazing poetic rap battle to kick things off. It was totally unexpected, totally different, but what an amazing way to hook people in. And this is so important. It's something I say all the time. Before you introduce yourself or what you're talking about, do something different to capture people's attention. Then Andrew and Pete, the hosts of Atomicon, came on. What they did amazingly well was use so much humor, energy, passion, enthusiasm, and what it's doing really well is setting the tone for the rest of the event. Remember, you can't start down here and build upwards. You have to start with a big bang and then use that to set the tone for everyone else going through. After that, they brought on Davina McCall, and what she did so well was talk about drug overdoses, menopause, being cancelled, all of these really deep, dark, difficult subjects, but she did it all with so much warmth and authenticity and vulnerability that she just had everyone hooked for the entire time. And it really reminded me of the importance of just being so comfortable in your own skin that you can be as honest as you want in front of 1,000 people and not worry about it at all. And it was so captivating to watch someone like that. After that, we had a speaker called Jenn Gottlieb. I wasn't familiar with Jenn before this, but she did the most amazing keynote, and you could just tell that it has been practiced and perfected over many, many times. Every single phrase, every word, every pause was perfectly placed. Jenn in the keynote mentioned that she's got a background in theatre, and you can totally tell that she's brought this mindset of depth of practice and rehearsal into her speaking career and approached it in exactly the same way that you would do a Broadway play, which is just rehearsing it to the umpteenth degree so that everything is exactly perfect. That's my thoughts so far. I've got to run now to get back in there for Chris James, the next speaker. I'll see you shortly. So I've just watched Chris's speech. Two things I really liked about it. Firstly, he brought on two special guests, Vicky and Katie. When you come into a conference like this and you are speaking alongside dozens of other speakers, you have to think about what's going to make your speech stand out a little bit and be different and be more memorable. So a lot of motivational speakers are typically maybe quite inspirational, quite empathetic, quite warm. Chris isn't any of those things. He's very direct, very matter of fact. It's like a tough love therapy session about your business, but he owns it, and that is his style, and he does it really well. And again, it makes him unique, it makes him stand out. And so you need to think about what you can do that is uniquely yours and bring out your personality to its fullest. And if you can do that, then you're going to attract the right people all of the time. So being more of yourself is always the key. Simple, but not easy. So I've just watched an amazing lady called Sigrun from Iceland. She always wears red, and her presentation was a lot more low-key than the other speakers. Didn't have the glitz and the glamour and the high energy, but it didn't need it because her content spoke for itself. She was telling people about her online business, the results she's achieved in the recent years, multiple millions year in, year out, and it had people hooked. And the lesson is, the charisma's great, don't get me wrong, that's what I'm all about. But if your content is strong enough and your results are impressive enough, that will speak for itself. Right guys, I thought we would end things where we began, here on the banks of the river. I've just watched Bilyeu do the final keynote. What an amazing performance. I wanted to point out her use of melody, her voice, her rhythm, the opposite of monotone. Our voices are usually a reflection of the people around us, and it's interesting because I know that Lisa's husband, Bilyeu, also a fantastic speaker, has amazing melody. In fact, I often cite him as someone to go and watch if you want to get better at that exact quality. So really interesting to see that kind of similarity there. I also got a chance to catch up with Lisa at the end there and offered to give her some one-to-one feedback on her speaking. So a little bit of a ballsy move, but we'll see whether anything comes of that. I wanted to just say thank you very much for watching. It's been great to come here to Atomicon and see all these speakers, get all this inspiration, but also so good that I just decided to do this vlog, and yesterday I came that close to talking myself out of it and saying, you know, I've not got the kit or I don't have enough time. So glad that I didn't listen to that self-sabotage and that I just jumped in, was imperfect and got it done. And if there's one takeaway I guess from today, it's just that, you know, don't hold yourself back, get started and see where you will end up. And who knows, maybe next year I'll be back here. Maybe I might even be speaking on one of the smaller stages. We will see. I am going to put in a submission. I'm going to take action and see if anything comes of that too. But for now, thanks for watching. Time to go to the after party and have a couple more drinks. Hopefully I won't get lost this time.